Yo, What's up, y'all? Welcome. This is Prove Your Skill 1 Day 3 for the Blitz Stellar Cup 2023. This is autumn season, the big season, and we're here with the final day of the first Prove Your Skill. After 2 days, we are down to 8 teams remaining. The winner for each of these groups is guaranteed a spot in the top 8 happening immediately after Prove Your Skills. And only one team can win from each group, so we're going to be following Group 1 today, y'all. Group 1, we were watching Origin Ponda Purple Elevate. Now, very interesting decision is what I will say for the way that these groups were split. Apparently, it's done randomly and it's done by seeding. I find this to be a very weird setup because Origin and Ponda played each other yesterday, but they're in the same group again today. And it's especially weird because the first match of the day we're watching is Origin Ponda, as if they haven't played each other enough already. They will have played each other 3 times, at least today, and it'll probably be a 4th if they end up playing against each other later on. That's kind of crazy, the fact that they have to play each other so many times. But yeah, only one of these 4 teams can claim victory, and then one of these 4 teams. By the way, if you are more interested in watching this group, today we do finally have our fellow NA streamer Robert back with the squad. He is going to be streaming group number 2 here. We're going to be having him, I believe he's streaming Joker versus Reggie first, and then at the same time Leverage will be playing Gosu. Yeah, unfortunately the website is not working today. I opened up the website and it shows first stage and it shows second stage, but it doesn't show the third one anywhere, so unfortunately we can't pull that up to show the bracket. But it is going to be just a double elimination tournament where it's Origin Ponda, Purple Elev for group 1, and then Gosu Leverage, Joker Reggie for group 2, and then everything else just plays off depending on, how the teams play against each other, who wins, who loses, etc. But that is how it is going to work today. I need to do the prediction at some point. So let's start the prediction. Yeah, we'll set that for 10 minutes. Okay. But yeah, welcome everyone. It's good to have you all in the chat. I see Army Love you here at the first. What's up? We got Ominous, Grim, and Jim. Welcome everyone. Yeah, I'm excited for today. Hope you are as well. And yeah, after I guess other than that, we can just kind of wait for our invite. I can put us to the old just chatting mode as we get that set up. I suppose I can also, in this quick moment, take a look at the maps that we will be playing today. I think everything's going to be best of 5 to my knowledge, which is good. I like best of 5. Okay, the maps are going to be for games 1 and 2, Normandy, fun map. Games 3 and 4, Rockfield. Game 5, if it comes to a tiebreaker, Lagoon. So Normandy, Rockfield, Lagoon will be the maps for today. For this first group, at least, I should say. But we are here again watching Origin Ponda, which is funny to see them again, but that's just how it worked out. Would love to have watched Joker versus Leverage versus Gosu and Reggie in the other group, but it doesn't really make a difference either way. If you would like to watch those games, again, Robert, aka Top Blitz and Espanol, is streaming those over on YouTube. So yeah, there's that. What's up, Harry Mafia? Andy Poe. Brackets are weird. They are weird. I agree with you. But it's based off of win rate seeding and not based off of yesterday's group performances. And actually, Ponda is very low on the seeding compared to how well that they've placed in the past. They were a top 3 team last season. They are 9th in terms of seeding out of 36 teams for Prove Your Skill 1, and of the remaining teams, I'd have to pull up the teams list, which I suppose I can do, just to see how they are seeded compared to everyone else. So who is still in that is above them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 6th seeded out of the 8 remaining teams. Purple and Gosu are lower, but the other 6 teams, so the other 5 teams are all higher. So right now, Origin is the 1 seed, and then Leverage would be the 2, Joker the 3, Reggie the 4, Elev the 5, Ponda 6, Purple 7, and Gosu 8. Yeah, I don't know exactly how they were chosen, but I had to do something like that, I suppose. Don't really know. But yeah, anyway, we can go ahead and show the room now. Normandy is going to be the first map, as I mentioned. And Ponda Origin, they've played twice already this tournament. First one, Origin was up 2-0, but Ponda actually brought it back, won the set 3-2 with the reverse sweep. And then the next set, Origin won 3-1. Ponda did put themselves in the board, but weren't able to bring back another reverse sweep, which would have been absolutely mental. But I do expect to see competitive set, as both of them were, I would say, in my opinion. The first set definitely more competitive, but you know, it is what it is. You can't have everything just perfect, I suppose. But looking at the lineups, you're on Normandy, which is a nice symmetrical map for the most part. A couple like distinctions, small distinctions that can alter the way that it's played. But we've got 2 140s, 2 Chieftains, 3 Krons for the Origin side. And Ponda actually do have a quite similar lineup. If you look at the base tanks being the Kron Vons, they've got 3. And then Chieftain 2 and 5B, which are very similar, if not the same tank, you know. But instead of 140s being their meds, they have a T100 and an STB. It's always super interesting to me when 2 teams, you know, that don't know each other's strats. I forgot to update the logos. They are swapped, aren't they? There we go. The logos are swapped. I'm glad I caught that. But yeah, it is interesting to see, you know, that independently both of these 2 teams came up with very similar lineups. Just shows how like clear the meta is to people on NA. They have a good idea of what works on a certain map. But yeah, it's interesting to see the T100 make another appearance. We saw a few of them so far in Preview Skill 1, but a lot of people expected that tank to kind of drop out. Its armor was nerfed, and yeah, I think there was other stuff nerfed about the tank. Its DPM, I think, was changed, but I think that improved if I remember correctly. But yeah, I should probably pull up those changes. I do have them bookmarked somewhere, which would probably be a good idea to pull up. But anyway, we can go ahead and start off with our map intro for the first set here, which is Normandy. And here we are, game number 1 on Normandy. This is Origin Ponda, the 3rd time that they're playing here. As we see the plane crash in the middle, we can take a better look at what these 2 teams are trying to do here. And looks like they're sending a couple tanks quickly up over towards the seaside, which is Origin. Ponda playing more centralized with their Kron Vons here. STB, of course, with 11 degrees of gun depression now being used to kind of peek over the middle. Early on, get some spotting. But yeah, Ponda is much more centralized on the B side of the map. Origin playing a little bit more towards the, you know, the seaside, but also just they're a little bit further back and everything. You can see Tunnel all the way in the rear. With the Chieftain, oh, he's going to drive forward. That was only a temporary position. Paflupi playing Campy on the A side of things, but he's going to rotate as well. Origin will get the base lead here, so Ponda will have to make some sort of play, but they are rotating a little bit more towards the D area. Origin's getting quite aggressive over there. You can see Tunnel driving all the way across and out forward to D. He's probably going to catch Paflupi in just a minute here. Yet Paflupi is crossing, but Tunnel's spotted. Tunnel's not looking, though, and Paflupi is going to be able to sneak a nice HE in the lower plate. Yep, 513. 2 and 5B does have very nice HE, and the Chieftain's lower play is quite weak, so Pafalupi will have a good time with this brawl. Another big shot going in there, and Tunnel's already quite out of position. Panda's going for a rotation, but Bubba and El Gatito are going to try to help Tunnel out here and potentially go for a saving play here, but Origin's bleeding quite a bit. Panda's going for a counter push in the middle. Sierra getting caught out, but so is Skips. Group should have that pickup. He does, so that's the first kill here. Origin also pick off Pafalupi. And Panda are sending the tanks back, but down goes Akame as well. Didn't even notice that. Tanner and Star took him out rather quickly, and it's already a 4v6 here. I'm going to switch to a new tank here. Tunnel going to be the target for Worky and Zombie. He should pick this, no problem, but Gatito's got DPM. Group is coming in, as is Bubba. Willa does have a big clip, and he's looking for Gatito, but he's going to be able to get right around him, so Willow is just going to have to put that clip in. Origin do have the hit point advantage here by a significant amount. They are 2 tanks up. Sherman trying to make a play on Tanner. May get the kill on him just because of that adrenaline. The hit points are quite close. Bubba gets traded for Willow. Sherman should be able to pick this one up, but that's going to be it for him. Loro trying to go for Gatito, but this is a little bit too late here. Full clip Kronvon. Sorry, full health Kronvon in group, full clip Kronvon and Star, who finally gets the kill there, and it's just Sherman left alone here. Not pulling a leverage to die for time. He's gonna try to see if he can snipe a kill there on Gatito, who is a one-tap, but it is probably not gonna make a difference here. While he does have mobility on his side, it's very difficult to outrun 2 Kronvons that can make you a cat play. No, Sherman, who leaves himself on 1 health, is just gonna do it. Yeah, he just, yeah. Fair. Very fair, very understandable. It is what it is. It's a game 1 win for Origin. RIP to the T100 LT, but realistically, I understand why he did that. Dying for time, as Leverage loves to say. Gatito on top with 3.8k. Even though Origin did bleed quite a bit for the crossing there, they did end up picking the kills, and Panda just wasn't able to get kills in time. In fact, Tunnel kind of staying alive for a very long time there until Panda had to counter push with 2 tanks to take him out, but by that time they were already bled by a significant amount. While that game was going on, I'm trying to pull up the changes for 10.3. I opened the link, but the Wargaming website has just been incredibly slow over the past, 3 or 4 days for me. So I opened it halfway through the battle, but it's still loading. So it's just gonna take a while. But the T100, yes, it did kind of fall a little bit out of love. Also have to say hello to new people in the chat. We got Nino Boring Pickle, 80k, and Milo Mindbend. Welcome all of you. Sonky as well. 1 minute until game 2 starts here. Origin are increasing their Kronvon count, getting rid of a Chieftain, adding a Kron. Respectable. They still believe in those Krons. They use them quite well. Panda going for 2 of their own, so they're decreasing their count. Adding a Mouse Super Conquer Concept 1B 95E6 and a Leopard 1. They are going to be farming out with that Leopard, but Origin with 2 140s could keep that Leopard on lock. Kami's going to have to be quite careful there for his team. It's also very interesting to see how there's 3 different Heaviums on the Panda team, just the 95E6 Concept and Super Conquer, but they all are different enough that they do serve a different purpose. And it is interesting to see how these subtle differences can change the way a tank is played. In the 95E6 cases, it's a little bit less subtle. That tank is more of a hyper-mobile than anything. Also, looks like... Uh-oh. T100 LT changes pulled up. So its reload was decreased, but its pen was nerfed and its armor was nerfed, and apparently that's enough for everyone to believe that tank is cooked. But not only is it the nerfs to that tank, it's also just the buffs to the mediums. The fact that the 140 now has nearly 4k DPM, the Leopard, and they're quite similar tanks, so it does make sense to understand why they're not being used. Also, El Gatito and Tanner are going in the beach. Look at Akame, though. He is kind of looking in that area. I was thinking maybe the 140s are doing something crazy here. They are sneakily making their way around, but there we go. They're spotted. Loro actually lighting them immediately, and he is going to be able to put in a free shot into Tanner. And the sneak has been caught out. Unfortunately, Panda is pretty far away. to deal with it, and Bubba's going to jump right on in on Loro. And Akame going to be fighting with Gatito. Akame missed a shot, though. That is actually probably enough for Gatito to win the 1v1 just by trading shots 1-for-1 here. The tanks have very similar DPM, but missing one shot is enough to completely screw them. Yeah, Akame's tracked. His driver's dead. There's nothing he can do here. Gatito's just going to be able to perma-track him, and that's cooked here. Laura's going to go down as well, and Panda just finally joining the fight on the other side. Yeah, Gatito takes him out. Laura's going to fall, and that's just 2 quick pickups here for Tanner. And even Sherman going down by the time that I was about to just pan to him, because Panda trying to go for a quick counter push, but the rest of Origin's tanks, these Krons here, are just able to hold off. And while Panda has 3 bases to show for the 3 tanks they're missing, I'd take an extra tank over an extra base almost any day here. Paflupi not looking healthy. He's going to try to pick up Star along with Willow, but no, he doesn't get the kill here. Origin still have all 7 alive. Super Conquer will pick up Star, but unfortunately, yeah, that's it. Working Zombie's just sitting still. It's not really worth it anymore. He's realizing that it's over. Skips. Not really a whole lot that he can do. And Mr. Willow, he's still trying to claw his way in, but unfortunately, this is going to be a lot less close of a game than the previous one. And yeah, Origin's going to take this quite handily. Tanner surviving on 7 hit points as well. And even though the 140 push did get caught out quite early by a nice jump there from Gatito. Getting the jump shot and then killing himself. But yeah, even though the push got spotted out, there really wasn't anything Panda could do about it. They brought 2 tanks on that side of the map and they both died by the time that Panda was able to respond with the rest of theirs. In particular, that Leopard did not do a very good job. I mean, it's unfortunate when you miss the first shot, but that did cost them his entire tank right there. But that's just how it goes. That's a 2-0 lead now for Origin. Again, this is a best of 5. I just need one moment here. Alright, we're good. But yeah, here we are with Game 3, and the map's going to be Rockfield now. Panda's going to have to wake themselves up. We saw this before. Both sets between Origin and Panda. Origin was up 2-0. But unfortunately, you know, these games were a lot less close than the ones that we saw previously. So we'll see how that works out for them. But we are going to still see those 2 140s from Origin. They're going to run their 4 Krons as well. And IS-7 will be their 7th tank this time. Panda going with a pretty basic lineup themselves. Krons, Chieftains. They're keeping the T100 though. They've got an IS-7 themselves. Looks like they're still choosing their lineup here. But again, Panda is in a situation where they could get sent to the loser side quite quickly here. It's a little bit scary on day 3 where it's actually quite important to win your group. Being sent to losers early just means that you have to fight super hard for the rest of the day and can be quite challenging. Whereas, you know, if you're in the winner's side, you can lower your stress a little bit here. Looks like Panda's actually going more IS-7 heavy this time around. 1 Kron Von with their T100. Anyway, here's the intro for Rockfield. And here we are with Game 3. Panda's going to have to wake themselves up if they want to bring this one back. Also have to say hello to Demiurgo. Welcome. It was a pleasure watching you play, man, on day 1. GG's. Also, hello to Tyrannos. We'll also watch him on day 1. Welcome, everyone. 140's quickly spotting with the T100 LT in the middle there. Panda's driving more heavily towards C. Origin isn't, but they've got the double 140s there to kind of hold off if necessary. Tanner is going to need to sneak himself out there. He does so. He was just playing over on the C side of things rather than the middle lane, but glad that he got it out of there when he did, because if he didn't run in time, those Chieftains would have absolutely caught him lacking. Panda will take the cap lead, though. A good prediction on Origin's part that Panda was coming with more than just that T100. And as you can see, Akame got spotted, Loro capping the base. Origin knows that there's a lot of tanks there, but look at the Kronvons from Origin here. They are all lined up looking to shoot the crossing here. Loro, who is spotted, Akame, who's been spotted. But all 4 of the Kronvons looking to trap, and look, 3 shots all fired at Loro there, although only 1 connected. But it does tell Ponda that Origin's lined up quite significantly over on this side. Origin does grab a base of their own, but at the moment they are down on the caps. However, I will say Origin's kind of got a better grab at this middle area just by having Bubba here just to spot everything out. And Akame does continue to get lit. Origin doesn't have that light tank though. It is one thing that Ponda does have, which can be quite nice on a map like this, where there's lots of bushes and lots of spotting opportunities. Having a light tank is quite useful. Bubba taking blind shots at Pafalupi, who's all the way back in his Kronvon. But Origin is moving forward, grabbing some more real estate. They're actually getting quite close to Ponda's spawn here, but Ponda has a trap of their own set up. Look at the 3 chieftains. They're all waiting for Star to make a play. And Star could get himself caught out here if he decides to move forward, but is he going to do that? That is the question. Ponda's laying a quite deadly trap here, but Origin isn't set up in this area, so I feel like it isn't likely for Star to make that sort of move. Does get lit by Pafalupi there. I am flying outside of the map a little bit so you can see that awkward corner there, but look at Ponda. They do have the cap lead, so they don't have to make a move. That will be Origin, but they don't seem to want to grab B quite yet. Thinking that maybe Ponda has some sort of setup there. Also, what is Sherman doing? He's just chilling in this bush right here, kind of playing reactively right now. I want to go back to Star, see if he makes a move, because I feel like that's going to be, you know, it's going to determine what happens in this game. Star, he's still kind of lighting with Pafalupi, but will he stay or will he go? No, Bubba is driving forward in Pafalupi spots, but in comes Star. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Star's lit, and he lights all of the chieftains. Uh-oh, Star. Oh, no. They all missed their shots. What are they doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, Star. Yeah, no, they are missing their shots, and Origin does actually have support in terms of Sierra, but yeah, no, Ponda's missing their shots. Star's taken 2 hits. 3 chieftains here. In between 3 chieftains, they've hit Star twice. What is going on with those chieftains? I thought this was going to be big, but it's really not big. Laura's keeping Tanner off of C. Big shots are going in there, but Star is still alive. In fact, Pafalupi is lower than Star was. Origin's also taken the B base. Skip's working zombie, all going up to A. Things are starting to fall apart here for Ponda. They've lost 2 tanks. That trap did not work out at all for them. Willa now alone over in his own spawn. He's getting surrounded by 3 Origin tanks. Kame not looking too hot against Bubba. He's going to try to go for a kill on Star, who's still alive, by the way, after getting trapped out. Ponda's trying to stop the base, but it's not enough. They get the kill on Skips, and that will cause Origin to win the game on caps. They take it 3-0. Complete fail of a trap there by Ponda. Honestly, I just gotta say that was a fail. I mean, they had their target and they missed basically every single shot they took at him. It's very unfortunate, you know, but you have to call it how you see it, right? That was not a good trap that they set up. The idea was good. The execution, I should say, was not. And Origin just kind of took that. They had the rest of the map because, you know, Ponda bunched 4 tanks of their own up into their spawn, which could have been used to get it killed, but they didn't even get that kill. Star still alive there and needed 2.4k damage. If he could have just been killed after putting in 1 clip, that could have changed things quite a bit. Would have given Ponda a much better opportunity to deal with the rest of the map, but instead they were too far away from stopping A and B. But Origin will take that, so we will see them move on to the winners finals, which is again a very comfortable place to be. They'll play against the winner of Elev and Purple, and we'll see what that looks like. I guess we can kind of take a look at the other groups. It's not easy though, because again, the website isn't quite working. It doesn't show the 3rd stage on the website at all, which is super awkward. But Purple Elev is still going on. It says that they're in the semifinals for the lower bracket. No, that was second stage. So this is maybe okay. This was a game that this is a set that didn't play because there was only a lower amount of teams in that group. I guess I don't know. So I love purple still going on. Gosu 3-0's Reggie. No, that's second stage. Never mind. Third stage is still fighting Gosu leverage. And Joker Reggie also still going on. So this is the fastest set. Unfortunately, the least competitive. But I believe we're following Origin. So if I go back to the tournament and follow them, they play at 8:51. Okay. Or sorry, 9:51 Eastern. I don't know if this is who we're watching or if we're watching the lower side first, because Ponda plays doesn't even show yet because their opponent is not yet set. So I don't know who I'm watching. We're just gonna play skirmish, one game at a time, and then check if we got our invite. I'm gonna be a lot smarter than yesterday. I have a ×5, but I've got no tanks left to grind here, if I am correct. Only missing modules on the Fixer and Basilisk, because I don't really care about the nationless tanks. Or the season tanks, I should say. Let's play the bat chat, just have some fun. Switch back to my regular scene. You guys get to see me again, what's up? Also, we'll take this opportunity to ask y'all, if you're not in my Discord yet, we're getting close to 1,000 members. So when I get 1,000 members, I can apply for a Discord discoverability. And right now we're just over 900 members. So if y'all are not in and would like to become a part of the 34 WAPI Discord community, you can find the link in chat if you are in Twitch, and if you're following in YouTube, watching along, it is in the YouTube description. That would be the link to my Discord, and it would be great to have y'all join. Again, we're getting really close to 1,000 members, then I can apply for discoverability, open the server to the public, and hopefully get some good growth that way. Get a nice sneaky shot in there. That's all I'm going to get. I might as well back out. And that's 4 of them. That's 5 of them. Okay. So let's go around. Let's just do it. That 57 heavy's not going to pull up high enough to spot me. There's no way, right? Is the 268 going to light me? Are they lighting me right now? I do have that T100, sorry, not T100 camo, LT camo. Let's try this. 1, 2, and the third shot misses, unfortunately. They are looking my way. Yeah, it looks like they are looking my way. Yep. He's looking right at me. Did I get lit? I don't know. I can spot them. Yes, team's going. Let's go. They are distracted. They are distracted. It is evil. Evil is still looking. He doesn't know. Our 50B is getting destroyed, though. That's no bueno. But no, we should be fine. Double. Is that a double T95 I see on our team? That's kind of crazy. Oh no. One dies. Our 50B's not looking particularly. We're losing this game. Wait, what? How'd that happen? Okay, we get in here. Oh my goodness. This happened out of nowhere. We had turned them all, but it didn't really matter, I suppose. We can get 2 kills here, though. 1, 2. Oh no, he still gets the shot in, though. That's unfortunate. It was not working out in the end here, actually, to be honest with you. It's fine, though. We can still get a pick on this player. Nice roll. And if we can put this shot in, there we go. Now he's a 1 clip. We're gonna get like a raisin here, a raisin medal. That's pretty interesting. Just don't let this mill clip me out before I clip him out too. but shouldn't be a big issue. Awkward situation I don't really want to engage him in, so I'm just not going to. Go around this way, make it look like I am, then double back. But let's see if we can sneak around. Yes, he thought. Basically a 1 versus 3 there. I got the kill right as my teammate died. But we take it. Skirmish is fun. I can't believe that our team got destroyed by that though. Our 50B just bled way too much. 5.6k in a skirmish game, that's funny. All 5 kills. Alright, 95s each got 1 shot of damage. That will explain it. And our 50B did 1 clip. Guess I should. I've looked for an invite. Shoot. I didn't look for an invite, and I hope I didn't have one. Stream all remaining games? Oh, okay. I should probably die quickly then. Let's do that. So you streamed 5 sets, Nino? Mini. I will try to die quickly then. My mistake. Starting in 10 minutes without breaks in a row. Got it. So I will try to die quickly. I'll just try to do the damage that I can. Oh shoot. Yeah, R.I.P. Unfortunately. I need to check and make sure I didn't get an invite. Normally you stream 4 groups, so it's interesting that I'd be getting 5. No, I didn't get an invite. Well, I guess we'll see when... I think I'll stay in the garage for now, according to Nino's comments. Because L of Purple are still going on, so that's why. No, L of beat Purple. They play at Origin at 51. Origin and Ponda is starting in 4 minutes here. I should have gotten this invite if I were to watch this set. So no, I don't think I am watching them. Now I feel kind of bad that I died quickly there. That's okay. I would have definitely gotten that invite though if I were to watch this set. The Ponda Purple set. Right? I think my math is working correctly. This is a 3-1 victory for Elevate over Purple. And I guess we can take a look at the other group. Are they still fighting? Gosu Leverage is still going. And Joker Reggie is still going. Fair enough. We're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't get an invite, so I'm just going to assume that I am going to be watching the Origin versus Elevate set. That's my assumption. So we're just going to keep playing some skirmish. Yeah, sorry I had to bail for a moment. Okay. KPZ-50T, pretty fun tank since the balance changes, because that DPM is nice, and working with the armor that it has as well is quite enjoyable. We'll just play middle here, I suppose. See if we can spot something. He crossed before I could shoot. 50-120 is sitting on the top of the hill. A questionable location to be in. Somehow not getting... Okay, there we go. I was wondering, like, if their team's just not gonna shoot him, that would be totally cool. But would not expect that. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, this guy's dead. I don't know why I shot a G there. And I'm kind of in... No, our 50B's, or 50-120's killing himself. Okay. Whatever. Unfortunately, my team did kind of kill themselves. Can't really hide behind this hill for too long. Yeah. Oh well. When you have a 183 and a 50-120, there's not so much you can do. I should say 50-120 plays like that, but yeah, that's all good. I probably played a little bit more aggressive than I had to, but I mean, just trying to play with the team out like that just isn't enjoyable to me. It's just not. We'll play the 62 now with my brightly colored camo to maybe throw off how people see that skin a little bit if they're blind. We're blind fired 2 shots. That'd be a nice tank to rush if the CC weren't also there, but seems like the K91 is going in. They're camping pretty hard. Ronvon is pre-aiming me. CC looks away for a moment, that's all I need. You're gonna need a very high roll to get this kill. Uh-oh. I die. That's fine. Team is fine. Smart on the 50M's play to shoot me. I would not have had any issue with the CC otherwise. Well, dub's a dub. And I want to double check what time I'm supposed to be prepared for. 51. Okay. And we're gonna start our prediction now. Yeah, dub, no surprise. And I wish I didn't have to waste all these times 3s and times 5s, but I have no need for them. Alright. You got 2 IS7s. He's just gonna sit there and pre-aim. Yes. Yes. This guy's weird. No one from my team's looking apparently, so that's cool. Oh boy, and I've got a Foch behind me. Yeah, Foch and a 50M behind me. We hide. Yeah, our 57's probably toast. Somehow that missed. There we go. Sheridan's going up for the 57, I believe, but the 57's got this guy. Let's just go for the IS7 here. Actually, let's not. Nice shot, buddy. Nice shot, me. 680s is a nice shot again, buddy. He bounced at 140. Well, then again, how do I bounce a Sheridan? We'll take it. Did not want to take the hit from the IS7 because that would have made me a one-shot for the Sheridan. I didn't think he was going to turn around for me. I was just going to say if we focus the IS7, the Sheridan is a good pick, but no, it doesn't make a diff. Ghosty beat leverage, that's pretty funny. Looking the yikes for leverage right now. Uh-oh. They're in the loser's side. Well, we still have plenty of time to game here. Interesting location for their Yag. What is our M60 doing? Oh goodness. Our M60 suicidal. And their 113 seems to be AFK. And the rest of them are turned around for me, lol. Which I understand. How are they missing that kill, though? What is my team doing? We have 5 tanks alive. There we go. I mean, granted, we won mostly because their 113 is AFK, but still quite kick in my opinion. Good dub. I'll take it. There we go. So we got, well, about 10 minutes less, probably like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And another ×3 that I can't use. I really wish I could just hold on to them. Just hold on to the ×3s and save them for when I actually need them. 5 Nights at Freddy's ad? What the heck, Spartan? There's a movie for 5 Nights at Freddy's? I have not seen that. That is wacky. I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest with you. But, okay, cool. We have an extra med here. I'm not gonna play the mid area like I did last game. Did I get lit? Probably? No. No, don't too far, T92. Uh-oh. If I didn't pull the trigger, I would have had a better shot. What hit that? Oh, tortoise. Why not just play up top here? You've got shots. Or we can just play around with these guys over here. They're taking out the E100. I may as well pump in some DPM here. And this guy got his commander damaged. Poor guy. This guy almost looks like he's AFK. Alright, well we have less than 10 minutes, which means less than 5 minutes till your invite's out, so I'll play one more game. It's a fun tank to play the last one. 260, why not? Alright. We just push middle here, who cares? It's the right thing to do, right? Yeah. We'll push it, we'll go around when we push it. How about that? I'll give the affirmative. Yeah, I'm gonna go around and in, not directly in. Their only med is playing on the outside, which means I shouldn't have any problems doing this. I just don't know what they are doing. Their heavies, that is. Okay, gun handling on this tank still sucks. That's unfortunate. Would have been a free 400. Or maybe it's just the unlucky first shot, I suppose. But no, their MLE's going in. Oh goodness, and my shot just bounces. And I don't have good lines on this individual. You say I'm back? Okay, he penned me there. That's crazy. And so, and instead of actually fighting, he's saying time to cook. I'm dead. Yeah, team says, the guy says time to cook, and then he sits still. They're not willing to make any moves. This guy's back in the base. This guy backed out. I thought maybe it was the 31er that was in the base. Yeah, so much for this guy saying it's time to cook, then sitting in the middle map not moving. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fine. I didn't realize we had an AFK. That's on me. GG's. We got dubs. Other than the very first game that we played that one session. Oh, and actually, that's not the first game. I kind of threw my life away that one. Because I thought that I was going to get another game. Nino lied to me. It's all good. I've been lied to. Well, we should get our invite in about 1 minute now. So I'm going to put us in the just chatting stage so I can go ahead and get the scoreboard set up. It'll be Origin Elev, I think. Let's take a look at how the other teams did also real quick. I did get... Oh, that's not the invite. I suppose really quickly we can look at the chart. Okay, I did get my invite. But let's look really quickly. So, Gosu defeated Leverage 3-1. They'll play against Joker, who beat Reggie 3-1. So Reggie took a game off of Joker, but unfortunately was not able to complete it. Okay, now we'll go to hide it so that I can get everything set up properly. Gotta go back to a light tank. Need to remember that. Origin on the left, Elev on the right. And let's look at maps. Unfortunately, we're going to be seeing a duplicate today. We've already seen one game on Rockfield. Well, maps 1 and 2 will be Rockfield for this set. We've also got Yukon for 3 and 4. If it comes to a tiebreaker, will be on Naval Frontier, which is a map that we saw yesterday. And Ponda was actually much No, sorry, no, Ponda's not playing here. It's Origin Elev. We can take a look at and see if Ponda defeated... yeah, Ponda already beat Purple, by the way. Purple is out in 4th place for today. Purple is out. They got 3-0'd. We didn't get to watch the set. We totally would have had the time to watch the set. Didn't get the invite, though. In terms of Leverage Reggie, they are still fighting. But yeah, Rockfield is going to be the map for games 1 and 2, and Yukon for 3 and 4. Origin and Elev have not yet played this season. This will be their first time matching against each other, and I suppose I can really quickly go over the roster for the Elev team because I feel like that's worth doing. So really quickly, the Elev team, they are led by Gorlock, the Destorier, not the Destroyer, the Destorier. And then we've got Cricket, iZone, Ding Dong, Suoko, Witachu, Mormon G, Trim, Ahmed, and Leafy. So that is your Elev team. And yeah, we can go ahead and switch to the proper overlay for Origin Elevate. This is the Elevate logo that they've had for a couple seasons now. Big fan of it. Drawn by Cricket, who is on the team. And yeah, Rockfield for games 1 and 2. We're seeing some new stuff here from Origin. Instead of running their 140s, they've got 121s here. An interesting comp tank. I do appreciate the pick. The tungsten shells were added to the 121 and 10.3, so it's got a nice new premium consumable, which is, in my opinion, a silly way to balance tanks, but it is how Wargaming chooses to balance tanks. They gave it tungsten shells, and now it hits pretty hard. It's a good tank, I would say. If I search the 121, that was really the main change that was given. It was made a little bit slower, and its shell velocity was also nerfed. Really, the main change was the tungsten shells. The IS-7s also have tungsten that was added, and then the Chieftains got reactive added. So literally all 7 tanks on the Origin team were tanks that got buffed by a premium consumable being added to the tank, because apparently that's how Wargaming likes balance to be done these days. Origin running that lineup, and Elev has a pretty similar one, with their base 5 tanks also being IS-7s and Chieftains. However, 50Bs are a completely new thing that I don't really think I've ever seen on Rockfield. Rockfield is not typically a map where you can hide these giant clipping tanks out, but makes me wonder where they will be played. I feel like it could be a little bit awkward bringing them on the C side or the A side. It does make me wonder. They probably have some sort of location for them, but I doubt that they will be alone. They'll probably be guarded because you leave them on their own, they could be a little bit soft and could be easy to pick off after they dump their clip, which will of course be a good clip, but you know, it is what it is. Also, it's up to Nuz in the chat. Lomo's also here. Kalego, Keeping, Sherman, Threadhead Pete as well. Welcome everybody. Yeah, I guess we might as well play the Rockfield intro again, even though we've already seen it once. But it looks like Elev has 9 players in, Origin has 9 players in, and Group is in the middle, so all 10 Origin roster is on, and I can't see the middle for Elev, but their roster must be in too. Anyway, here's Rockfield. And here we are, game 1 between Origin and Elevate, playing on the winners finals for PYS 1 day 3. Elev are in fact bringing their 50Bs over to the A side of the map. Origin completely committed to the C base. They're not even leaving a single tank in their own spawn, whereas Honda did. But look at Gorlock pushing right across the B base, not stepping in. He got lit, and maybe it was kind of an option play. But instead, he is beelining right for Origin spawn. Now he's going to take it right out from under them. This was premeditated. Now Origin will take the cap lead with their 1-2-1 stepping directly into the Seek base. And going to be a little bit slower, and I'm curious where these 50Bs are going. I feel like there's not a whole lot of comfortable positions for the tank. Now they're going to be sitting in their own spawn. They're going to be like nukes, kind of like a Kronvon could be used, but instead 50Bs. Oh, but they could catch Sierra here. Oh no. Sierra's in trubs. Oh, he's driving forward. Oh no. There's one 50B. He's very lucky that the other one didn't pop through, but he already took 2 hits. Origin are already not looking good in terms of their hit points, but they have caught Gorlock out. Gorlock is tracked here. We're going to pick up the kill. So Origin kind of extending a little bit on this side, and the 50Bs are going to push for Sierra. They do pick him off. They do get the kill there. And Elev actually does have good shots on Korra now, and they are up in the hit points, Elevate are. Tanks are even. Mormon G is going to be coming for Tanner now. Tanner's going to have to get himself out of there, but iZone is surrounded by several tanks, and for some reason Mako's not interested in shooting iZone. He was shooting someone else, but he's going to take another hit here, but likely to get the kill. Don't back up into Trim. He backs up into Trim, doesn't take the shot. Trim doesn't fire. Mako will get the kill there, so tank up. Looking at Pew also as well, how he's just kind of hugging with Tachi, taking him out of the game at the moment, while the rest of the Origin tanks are moving in on Cricket and on Trim. Korra and Tanner kind of split here, but Tanner's going for shots on Ding Dong or Mormon G. Now he's going to be able to hunt Mormon, no problem, but Korra, no, he survives Ding Dong. Ding Dong misses the final shot, so unfortunately he will go down. So Origin will win both of those 1v1s there. Down goes Mormon. And the other 50B will fall as well. Ding Dong momentarily, most likely, but the pick does occur. Their Trim traded off for Pew, but down goes Cricket, and it's just Ding Dong left. Korra's still hugging that rock, so Ding Dong did hide. He actually will win the 1v1 because he did have time to get... No, maybe he won't. No, Korra reloads, never mind. Tachi goes down as well. I thought maybe since he took the time to reload, he'd be able to get it in, but Tanner did help him out there. Quick game 1 win for Origin. I was a little bit concerned there for Mr. Sierra in that 1-2-1, but fortunately, Origin was able to pick up another tank in the time that it took for Elevate to kill Sierra. He only did 1 shot of damage, but Origin does pick up the dub, so feels good for them. Also, it is interesting to see how, despite the fact that the top, most of the players on the Origin team do have that top 1 background, Gatito and Star are not running it. Star's running his, Arnold background. Also, he was at 72 win rate a couple days ago. Man dropped to 71.99. Feels bad. RIP my boy Star. Anyway, game 1 win for Origin. Game 2 will be on Rockfield again with the spawn swapped, and a big lineup change here for Origin. Running Krons now. But the Chieftains and IS7 stay the same. I mean, they are the core 2 tanks for the meta. Origin understands it. Most teams do seem to understand it. But Elev are keeping a 50B in. Again, a tank I did not expect to see on this map in particular. But, I mean, I will admit, Elev kind of made them work last game. They didn't really get the pick on Sierra as quickly as they could have. But, they did end up making it work, and they did some damage. But unfortunately, Elev did not pick up the game. But it looks like instead of having Origin with the mediums, now it's going to be Elev running a 62A as the medium. Ding Dong could be switching as well to a 62A. Maybe we'll see a double up there. Tends to be common if you see one medium, usually you'll see a second. Nope, he's going to run a Chieftain, so Chiefs and IS7s for both teams. How surprising. Let's get into game number 2. Where's Bubba? Is he safe? Is he alright? Safely on the bench is my guess. I mean, I saw all 10 Origin players in the room, so likely a spec-in individual. But let's get it for game number 2. Origin up 1-0. This is another best of 5. So first to 3 wins is going to take it. Elev sending their 62 immediately into the middle area to kind of go for a quick spotting run. Interesting to have a 62A do that instead of a light tank. And in fact, Witachu gets lit. He only spots 1 tank in return. There's Tanner as well, but Is Watachi going to take a hit? No, he turns around in time. But Tanner doing something similar to what Elev did, but he's not going all the way across. Tanner absolutely could hit that shot, unfortunately didn't react in time there, but Elev going to be down on the cap despite the fact that Origin, you know, went for that base and got it earlier last time. Gorlak is again doing one of those pushing through the middle things. But he is going to have resets on Tanner, but is Elev going to do anything else to Tanner? It seems like it's just going to be like some little one-for-one trading. Yeah, iZone's going to get down in here. He may be able to put shots into Tanner as well. That could hurt him a little bit. Yep, in comes Zone. And Tanner's going to be trading 1 for 2 here. Yeah, not good. Ouch. But at least his reactive kind of counteracts the tungsten. But yeah, Tanner's in some trouble now. Gorlak's going to put one more in, and iZone's going to have him. So a bit of an overextension there. I don't know why Tanner was so insistent on taking the B base, but they did pick up the kill on him. Gorlak is quite low himself, but I mean, personally, trading out Tanner for a tank like that, I personally wouldn't have done it, but I mean, I understand, I suppose, that a trade's a trade. It simplifies things. And since Tanner is the caller from the Origin team, it allows him to focus on the calls. Elev is making plays up into A base, though, and it looks like the Kron Vons are trying to reload their clips and get the hell out of there. But Origin making a play on iZone here, who now is isolated. The rest of the Chieftains able to get that quick DPM in. Mormon G going to be their next target, and is Elev going to be able to get the kills on these Kron Vons in time? They're taking a very long time. They're stopping the A base, but Mako and Gatito were both able to reload their clips, and they're just going to try to put in their 3 shots. Mako already has done so. Gatito going to put one in and then drop down is my guess. He's just going to chill as long as he needs to chill. But Origin's already picked up the kill on Gorlak. They do so now on Mormon G, and yeah, Gatito is just putting in another shot. I mean, he's not in immediate danger. He doesn't have to drop down right away. Looks like there is a tank behind him, so he is going to make that play, but Elev just took too long to get the kill on those Kron Vons. They're scary tanks to push. They have those clips, and Origin was able to just get them all in. And there we go. Elev is now 3 tanks versus 5. They're all quite low. Origin's all quite healthy for the most part. Also notable, Trim's driver's dead, and Cricket is ammo racked, so they are not going to be able to put a whole lot in now. Origin's just going to push right on through. Doesn't matter that Elev stopped at the A base. This is game over for them. Origin will be up 2-0 now. Itachi's going to try to get a kill on Gatito, but is it going to work out? No, not quite. Wasn't able to quick on him in time, but 2-0 lead for Origin. Of course, they are the defending champs. You do expect them to perform well. But Elev, a top 18 themselves, you'd think that they'd be able to fight pretty hard. They did beat Purple, which Purple is, you know, a team that has yet to prove themselves because they've been gone for a very long time, but they looked good when we watched them on Monday. We are moving to our next map, Yukon here. And Origin are busting out some interesting tanks here. Look at the strat. 3 mouse. KPZ 140 STB. So they're going for mouse and meds. It's the name of the game here, KPZ. I'm sure if they had more KPZs, maybe they'd be running those as well. I don't know if they just don't have a lot of them on the team. But this is a lineup and a half, y'all. They are feeling themselves. Okay, 140. That's similar enough. That's got the DPM. This doesn't have the burst that the KPZ has with the tungsten shells, which is another reason why that tank is played so often now, is because it got those tungsten shells added to the tank. Elev are still picking their roster, but from the tanks that are readied up, it seems like it might be another one of your standard picks. And curious to see if Elev is going to have the skill needed to pen the mouse. Mouse got some good armor buffs. Its weak spot being the track wheel, which was buffed, and I don't remember if much else was changed enough to the point where it's significant, I suppose. I guess I can pull it up really quickly. But, I mean, the main change to the mouse wasn't the armor. It was the DPM. The mouse actually has pretty reasonable DPM now, so running 3 of them isn't killing them too much in terms of their damage output, and granted, Origin also has 4 meds to make up for it. Elev are running a standard roster, 2 Chiefs, 2 IS-7s, 3 of them, 2 50Bs, so they're going right on back to what their lineup was for game 1. But here's Yukon. And here we go. Game 3. Origin Elevate, and the 3 mouse are indeed being used here. Very goofy lineup here for Origin, but it works. They've sent all 4 of their meds directly to the D corner. They are cooking something here. I don't know what it is, but they are cooking something. Gorlock is going to grab the B base for Elev, so they will have the cap lead, but again, this is going to be a skill check game for Elev. They're going to need to be able to pen those mouse. Of course, and the mouse are going to be putting in good shells. It's kind of a bit of an awkward decision on who to kill. I mean, you will have to be able to focus the meds down whenever necessary, but the mouse are definitely going to be trying to insert themselves as much as possible. There we go. First shot does go into Mako. Tank is penned right in the side there. So not quite a weak spot shot. Maybe more of just a misplay on Mako's angling. But Elev does have the cap lead right now. How is Origin going to try to equalize here? Their 3 mouse are all playing right in the center. Pew, Star, Mako, all in like separate positions. I guess Pew and Star are quite together. They're going to be pushing in on B, but they're going to run into Cricket, who is holding spawn here. Missing the shot on Star, though. Again, skill check is coming into play, but the double tap from Gorlock and iZone on Star, and uh-oh. Star may have found himself in a bit of a trap here. He takes a hit there. Watachi's going to have him. A very interesting strat is occurring, but in come the meds now. Cricket's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. DPM'd instantly to death. Looks like a couple shots are being blocked here by each other, but this will be a dead Cricket in just a moment. But Star goes down just as quickly. Mako fighting against Gorlock over on the other side, but in come the meds. Now Itachi the next target. He's got 4 of them on his rear. Trim, Mormon, Ding Dong going in for the counter push. They're going to try to focus out Tanner, who is redlining himself here. And yeah, Mormon, Ding Dong both going to go in for those shots, but Watachi's already dead. The ramp kill on Tanner is actually some quick damage, but look at Ding Dong. He goes down immediately. There's 3 meds have incredible DPM, and the mouse are just trying to insert themselves even more. iZone still focused on Mako. Gorlock still focused on Pew, but the med DPM is nuts, and now that 50B's clip is empty, they're going to focus him down, not allow him to reload that clip. And while Trim's got his reactive armor, he's not even getting shot, so there's no benefit for it. And Mako does finally go down. Trim is now the target here with his reactive armor, but it's about to run out. He's going to get triple tapped. 1, 2, 3. Down goes he, and it is now a 4v2, but iZone's incredibly low. Gorlock is too busy worrying about a mouse. Now he is finally turning towards the meds. He'll put in maybe one more shot. Does so. He goes down, and it's just iZone left. And the goofy Origin strat does pay off. Lokora does fall in the final moments of the game. Elev are going to go down 3-0 to Origin here. Sitting still, and then he might put in one more shot, but that's that. 3-0 win for Origin. They're going to move to Grand Finals. Elev will have to play the winner of Purple Panda, but we already know that is Panda. So Panda versus Elev is going to occur here, and then we'll see Grand Finals be Origin versus the winner of that set. You should get an invite right about now. Yeah, there we go. But congrats to Origin for the dub. Core in the 140 doing top damage. Gatito right behind. But Pew and the mouse actually out damaging Sierra and Tanner there, so that's pretty funny. Mouse is actually pretty decent at putting that damage out, especially when, you know, you're the meat shield, right? Tanks are either going to be shooting you, so they're going to be up and close, allowing for you to shoot them, or they're going to be ignoring you and allow you to farm. So it's good either way, right? As long as they're not trying to cut you, I suppose. But, you know, Origin's Origin. Any strat that they run could probably work for them. Anyway, we'll go back to just chatting as I set up the next training room, which is, again, Panda Elev. But a very goofy thing. Do I have a mod in here? Shoto, are you going to be able to take care of the prediction? Hopefully, Shoto, if you know how to do it. Or Lomo. I think Lomo's in here as well. Yeah, Lomo's here. Anyway, this is another best of 5. This is, again, Panda Elev. And let me pull up the maps for this one. We're going to be seeing Ghost Factory for games 1 and 2. That's fun. We haven't seen Ghost Factory yet this season. A map that just got added back to the rotation for competitive. Desert for 3 and 4. Desert Sands, I should say. Castilla for tiebreaker. Asymmetrical, a little awkward as a tiebreaker, but we'll see if it does come down to that or not. Ponda, again, top 3 team. Elev, top 8. I don't remember exactly where they placed last season. My guess is around 6. 5 or 6, probably. Maybe 7. But they're a good team. They've been top 8 consistently for a year now plus, most likely. They're a good team. But that is those two. Looks like we can go ahead and show the room now. My transition bugs out a little bit there, but we are here on Ghost Factory. Let me make sure I'm ready in a proper tank. I am. Yeah, Ghost Factory for game 1 and 2 here. I haven't seen an actual Ghost Factory competitive game in a very, very long time. There are strats that some people have tried to remember from all the way back then, but I do expect to see a lot of new stuff. Ponda seems to be taking the German super heavy route. They think that if they can hit really hard and survive the shells from Elevate, that they should be able to do well. Elevate, they are rocking one of their own, but they are also, you know, mixing in their regular meta with Chieftains and IS-7, and 2 KPZs will be used for their burst here. Maybe realizing that the burst that Origin put onto them last game could be useful on this map. Maybe it was a thing that they already had included in their strat. Now, looks like Ponda is getting rid of their German super heavies. Interesting. Okay. Kronvons? Sure. I'm interested to see whatever is being run here. Yeah, Ponda is getting rid of most of them. Into this thing. 60 TPs gonna be the heavies instead. They're as close to a super heavy as you can get without being German, I think, in this game. But still a good tank. Despite not having been the main meta focus for a while, there used to be, you know, 5 or 6 60 TPs per team not too long ago, but now you see them now and then. They're good tanks though. Their alpha was increased even further in the most recent update. My voice is starting to go here. I'm going to need to grab a quick drink during the map intro in just a minute here. But anything else to talk about in the next minute, I suppose? I don't know if I have anything. Ponda has all 10 players online. They've got 9 in the game and 1 in the middle. And again, Elev has at least 9 that I can see. So very, you know, active teams here. All of their players are in, they're committed, they're participating, and allows the teams to make substitutions as necessary here. We have 30 seconds left until the game begins. Has the prediction been taken care of here? No. I guess I have to do that. But here we go. Here is the map Ghost Factory. Unfortunately, the voice is going to remain dead for another game because I didn't have time to grab a drink. I had to do the prediction. Mods, you all suck, and I hate you. But we'll see how this game goes. Ponda not going A. They are going towards the factory, the Ghost Factory, in fact. Elev doing the same, but they are bringing their KPZs over to the med side, which is preferable from the north spawn, I must say. Much safer path there, and they're going to get directly onto A, double capping it. Elev going to be able to do that for free, but looking at inside the town, they're playing quite aggressively. They've already taken C, and they're just going to drive right on forward towards B, but Ponda's not there. They're playing on the outside with their super heavies mostly. Well, not super heavies, I suppose, but they're heavies. But they spot Mormon G here. It's going to be very awkward to spec this as well. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Playing inside of a factory is very difficult. You know, there's so much that is covering everything. I mean, I can try to get a top-down view, and I suppose that might be the play, in fact, but Honda is immediately going to be pushing onto Mormon G, but look at Zone. The Karanvan's coming around as well, and even though he's got his reactive up, he's taking... Oh, backed up a little bit too far. Lots of hits here, and he was not able to survive even through that reactive. Sherman taking a lot of hits from Elev, though. And Cricket is going to come around to put in a big shot. Gorlock should get the kill, but Honda needs to start working on Mormon G here. Workian's going to instead put a big HE shot into Suoko. A good hit there. You definitely want to be shooting those Chieftains when you can. And when they have reactive up, you definitely want to shoot those HE rounds to bypass that. But in the time it takes for them to kill Mormon G, Elev has made their way around into getting a pick of their own. Pac-Man and Sherman are both dead. In addition, Ding Dong seems to be handling J-Ta quite well. Now he misses the kill shot though. Ponda is going to be reloaded though, so now it's not going to be quite as easy for Ding Dong here. But Ponda did get another pickup over on this side of the map, and now they're pushing right into Gorlock. Watachu's already quite unhealthy as is. Working Zombie going around for the free easy shot, but how is Ding Dong J-Ta going? J-Ta's got a full clip again, so Ding Dong can't really push that. He's going to try to rotate back to the heavies. No. J-Ta does get the pick. Watachu is taking damage, though. Puts more shots into Willow, but he's getting hugged here. Nope, Chip not able to hit point share here, but he should be able to pick up the kill here. Now Watachu's going for that side hug, but not quite enough. Chip, one of the greatest mouse players of this generation, able to pick up the kill, and now it's just Cricket left against 4. Pondo winning kind of on every single engagement there. And even though Elev were able to keep it close for a little bit, in the end, Pondo going to take game 1 without too much issue. I am going to take my moment now to grab my drink, but GG for Pondo there. They take that one. Also, looks like I'm getting bit spammed again. Thank you again, Domo, for the bits. Let's go. I appreciate you for that. Thank you for the bits. It's a lot of them. I can't even count them, but thank you. Working Zombie on top of 3.6. All right, let me grab my drink real quick. Feeling something a little different today. We're going to be going with not an Arnold Palmer, but just a bottle of Gatorade. Just feeling it today. Nice Shoto. You're all good. It's just / prediction. And then it pulls up a menu for you. It's very easy. Anyway, moving on to game 2 here. Both teams are going to be keeping a mouse. We are seeing a mouse on both teams. Elev going heavily again into the Chieftains, but bringing a second mouse. Getting rid of the KPZs potentially. Ponda running a Leopard? I don't know. That's an XM66F. That is a test tank. Sir. How do I hide that? How do I hide that? Buddy. GTA, what are you doing? Hello? Is he out of it? Yeah, he's out of it. Okay. Mr. JTA, I am in fact streaming. Whatever. It is all good. It is all good. They are running a Leopard, though. Impressed to see it, but that is in fact a Leopard that Ponda is playing here. We will ignore it, guys. Don't worry about it. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal if it shows in the training room menu, right? It's probably not a big deal at all. Just trying to be safe, but I wasn't prepared for that scenario. Thank you again for the bits, Stoma. They keep coming in. Oh man, oh man. I do expect to see most of the fights over on the side with the factory, but this time it seems Ponda is actually looking to commit more towards the northern side here, sending 5 tanks towards A. Chip not going there. Working Zombie. Is he blind firing? What's going on there? Blind firing something. Just those, I guess, the doors. He just wants to knock the doors down. Fair enough. I haven't really seen that as a thing before, but I guess it is. Elev is rather committing heavily towards the D side of the map. This is where I expect most of the fights to go down, but Ponda is quite heavily committed on A. Ding Dong does spot it, though. He's going to get himself out of there. Realizing that Ponda is mostly set up in this area, is Elev going to take this opportunity to try to grab extra bases here. It doesn't seem like they are. They're just going to grab D and not try to rush in to the C cap, but they will take B with I zone. But will Ponda be able to get around him and potentially stop it? It looks like they're a little bit far away right now. I think zone should be able to take this no problem. Yeah, Ponda do have a setup here. I'm also curious to see how the Leopard gets used. This isn't really a map that I expect to see the Leopard, but it has opportunities here if it just sits on the rails the whole time to go for some sort of sniping plays. I also do have to give a shout out to the fan zone camo that Sherman is using on the tank. I think it looks rather interesting. Uh-oh, Mr. Jta. No, he could get caught out here. He has some support from his team, but he's quite far forward. He's going to sneak a shot into Mormon G there. But look at Ella, they're kind of lining up here. He sees Ding Dong, but he doesn't see Utachu, Cricket, and Suoko. All right there, ready to get around him. And Ponda doesn't really have easy support on him. But iZone's going to be taking some big hits. But here's Watachu. He gets lit. Loads the tungsten. Here's Suoko, gets spotted. Missing his own shot. Cricket's going to try to put his in. We also have Ding Dong trying to put his own in. Yeah, JTA is just going to get down. J-Top. But the rest of Ponda is going to start to come in. But oh my goodness, more missed shots here. Ding Dong got to be hitting those. Here, get the kill. Good. Good job. They got an extra early pick, but they've lost a lot of HP. Look at Zone, Mormon G. They're both very low, and they're in mouse for crying out loud. I mean, I suppose they still have 1,400 hit points, which is as much as a med does almost. But still, you don't want to be bleeding too much. Ponda, despite being down a tank, is up on the hit points. Looks like Gorlock's going to try to make a move on Working Zombie here, but Working Zombie's just going to activate his speed boost, try to get himself away and reload the full clip again. And he's going to be able to put in, yeah, full clip into Gorlock, who seems to have used his repair kit. Or at least doesn't want to use it early, but Working Zombie will take that 1v1. I believe Gorlock will eventually win that one. Right now, Elev is trying to fight back over in the A side of things right now. Ding Dong's getting quite low. Sherman should pick him up, but Suoko's going to go for Laura. Will Willow be able to hit point share? Not well enough. He does get tracked out by Watachu there. Sherman is farming from the rear, though. He's got that Leopard DPM, second highest in Tier 10, and that is fantastic, and he is in a great position to farm. Willow not allowing Watachu to get around. Working Zombie does get picked off in the 1v1, though. Sherman may be able to pick up the kill on Watachu. He's going to try for it. Somehow Suoko missing a free easy shot there. Elev is at 850 points. They were just at 900, but Pac-Man sneaks in that kill. Suoko's going to go for the play on Sherman, but I don't know if he's going to be able to win this fight. If he hit that earlier shot, he would have been easy for him, but no, he has to shoot an HE. It doesn't quite connect. And Elev not looking good here. Cricket does end up getting the kill, so we're at 900 points again. It is a 4v2, I suppose, and even though Pac-Man may be able to put in a big shot here, he does so. Elev still looks fine. The mouse on the other side of the map do pick up Chip, even though he is one of the greatest mouse of our generation. Not easy to 2v1 there, or 3v1. And Pac-Man's going to give this one up. It's a 4v1. He may have been able to get the kill on Cricket, but Elev reaches 1,000 points. They get themselves on the board there with a sneaky little pick on Jta early on in the game. And even though they started missing shots towards the end, they did have to take advantage, and that was enough to win them the game. But big yikes. I think it was the curse of whatever tank that was that accidentally was showed. But we are going to ignore that. We're on to our next map, which is Desert Sands. The set is 1-1 right now. There's slash commands? Oh my god, Shoto. Oh my god. I need to unmod this guy. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, we'll move on here. Desert Sands, the next map for games 3 and 4. We're going to be seeing at minimum 2 more games here. Castilla, tiebreaker, looking like it could happen. 140s for Ponda, 2 of them potentially. I love, they don't want a medium here. Oh, they do have a patent. First time we're going to be seeing the patent in competitive this season, I do believe. This is a tank that Akame, actually, on the Ponda team, is a big fan of. He is a patent enjoyer. A lot of people tend to be like, Patton, like it's got some nice qualities, but is it really that useful compared to something else that you have in tier 10, like a 140 or a 62 or an STB, right? But LF chooses the M48, which is interesting. The tank doesn't even have 10 degrees of gun depression. If you wanted a gun depression tank, I feel like you'd want to take, right, like an STB. So I'm wondering what the Patton is used for here. They also have 2 Chiefs, a 2 and 5B, 2 IS7s, and a Kron. Ponda going hard into the Chieftain IS7 meta that we've seen so far. Anyway, here's Desert Sands, guys. Here we are, y'all. Game 3. And this is the look at the new, I shouldn't say new, but improved Desert Sands map. It has been updated to PBR, and along with it, some changes. Some most notable changes being, look at these giant dips in the city right here. The terrain does dip nice and low, could be useful for some sort of hidden hold down tank, and the same is true on the other side. However, this does not seem to be what either team is worried about right now. Ponda going for a big push in the middle. Elev was doing the same with Zone here, but he's quite isolated, and Ponda's got lots of tanks on him immediately. Watachi trying to put in a clip. And Elev trying to see if they can sneak some gun depression shots in here, but they don't have anything. And Ponda's going to get an early kill this time, whereas previously it was Elevate getting the early kill that won them the game, but now not looking too good. I will say that Ponda is down on the hit points. They've bled a lot for it. J-Top, Hag, Chip, Skips, Pathloopy all taking some big hits, but they are tank up, and they are completely holding this side of the map. And now Cricket's actually kind of in an awkward situation. Could be pushable right now. Yeah, he is taking hits from Akame, Skips, Pathloopy. Elev is going for a push on Sherman here. They should be able to pick him off, which is good because that's a high DPM tank, but he's doing his best to just kite as much as he can. He goes down quickly, though. Cricket's going to try to hold as best he can. Put another maybe HE in here. Pegman also goes down on this side of the map. Watachi, Suoku able to pick him off, but now Akame's got the rear of Watachi, and that could be problematic. You just got to put in his shells, in my opinion. Yeah, he's going to do so. But Akame gets the ram kill instead. We do see a death in the middle from Cricket, but now Chip is falling. Pathloopy finds himself in a 1v2. This is a 4-on-4 situation. The question is, will Akame be able to pick off Suoku fast enough before he gets J-Ta? But Suoku needs to hit the shot. He does so. It's now a 3v3. That was an important kill to make. Also, Pathloopy incredibly low. Mormon G should be able to get this. Definitely need to hit this shot. Pathloopy may sneak in one more shot. He does so. That is big that he puts in one more shot. Now Gorlock isn't looking too good, though. Kame coming in from the rear. He's lit. Mormon G going to try to cover him as best he can, but no, Skips puts in the shot. Now it's a 2v2 between Elev and Ponda, but... oh, 1v2 scenario here. Uh-oh. Akame looking for an opportunity to clutch this one out. He's got the DPM and he has good hit points, and Ding Dong misses the shot. Akame misses the shot. If Ding Dong hit that, this would be a lot closer of a 1v1. Akame would be a one-tap right now. He does pick up the kill on Mormon G, but he is going to have to trade with Ding Dong here, and Ding Dong's still going to be able to take another hit. Akame can't do so unless Ding Dong rolls incredibly low. Ding Dong needs to hit this shot. Does he hit it? Does so. And Elev go up 2-1 over Ponda. Akame not able to clutch the 1v2 scenario. Is looking really close there, and he did a good job bringing it back, but one missed shot was enough there, even though I guess Elev missed a shot as well, but that gives Ponda the opportunity to take advantage, which they didn't. That was a very nice close game there. And Ponda is now on the verge of being eliminated here. They are very scary here, or things are very scary for them here. Akame on top with 3.6, but Ding Dong doing nearly 4K. I guess, you know, everyone was right. Patton over 140. That is the meta. No, that's crazy. That's it. That is an impressive comeback from Elev, though, losing their tank early on, but they did have some good clears to show for it. Anyway, we're here with game number 4 now on the same map. Desert Sands spawns are swapped. Ponda are switching things up quite a bit. Akame's pulling out the M48 immediately after Elev doing so, and Ding Dong will keep his, so we will see the Battle of the M40. It is so funny that I mentioned that at the beginning of the game, or the last game, and now here are the Kame is in the pattern. But Chieftains, 95E6s and 2-5B on Ponda, the 62A to round things out. LF will keep only one med, will be the pattern, but they've got Chieftains, 2-5Bs themselves. They rock with the IS-7s and a Kronvon to round things out here. LF is one game away from earning themselves a spot in the grand finals to fight against Origin. This would actually be very big for LF as well, because in the case that they don't end up winning any of the PYSs, they're going to have a cup advantage over a team like Ponda. I mean, LF definitely has what it takes to win a PYS. I mean, you can see right now they're in a position to get themselves back in the grands, but it's just very notable to think about the cups, because they will be coming into play for sure. But here is game number 4 onto LF. This is a best of 5. LF's one game away from taking it. And it seems both teams are headed directly for the dunes. Not surprised at all by Ponda's lineup that they're doing so. Not only do they have the extra med, but the 95E6s and Chieftains as well. We are going to be seeing some blind shots taken. Only one blind shot actually, but LF is getting themselves spotted. Akame going right over the top there. Very surprised that LF wasn't aiming there and trying to hit in a shot, but nothing connected. They didn't really even fire at all, but lots of information from Ponda. They do know that LF is pretty fully committed there. I didn't see a lot of Ponda tanks getting lit though, because look at LF playing all the way back there. We'll get some spots now though. Zone right in the middle, going to light all 7 of Ponda's tanks. They are all lit, all 7 of them. So we will see a complete fight over on this side of the map. The question is, how will the fight engage? Ponda's definitely taking control over the plane area, whereas LF is kind of more set towards the rails side of things. Bleeding is going on both sides, but big hit point advantage right now for Ponda. What is going on? I can't click on a certain tank that I want to spectate. Big hit point advantage for Ponda right now, or sorry, for Elevate right now by 2,000. Zone's in a good position against Jta as well, missing that shot as I say it. Commentator's curse, but he is in a good position here. Ponda's kind of bleeding quite a bit here. Granted, part of the hit point advantage is the fact that they have one extra medium tank, but still, look at these shots. You can see how low Ponda's getting, and now LF is pretty much full. There are only 3 tanks that have taken a single shot each. And Ponda is not looking pretty right now. They're going to have to make some sort of play. Sherman moving all the way back in his 62. He's going to try to snipe Gorlock here, but Ponda is still bleeding. LF is looking great. Akame is not. Jta is not. And there's nowhere safe for Jta right now. The IS-7, who's already bled half of his hit points. And Mormon G here, going to be bleeding even more. And Kura's got such a good position against the entirety of the Ponda team right now. LF is just sitting back and letting these guys work. Sherman getting around Kura now. I zone Kura, but at this point, look at Akame getting max rolled here. He's a one-shot. And he is starting to take some damage here, but Watachi's going to go right on in for the kill. Elevate looking really strong right now. Still a 2,000 hit point lead. They are going right in. Watachi's just going to go for Jta there. Mormonji Suoku pushing in on Chip. And oh my goodness, things are looking really good for LF. Pafalupi also surrounded by many LF tanks. Looking over on the other side, Watachi not able to get the kill on Jta yet, but Mormon and Chip do get traded. Sherman does pick up the kill on Zone though, and Ponda aren't quite out of it yet. They've brought the hit point difference to just over 1,000, but it's a 4-on-4. Jta's incredibly low, Pagman not healthy himself, and all of these LF tanks are looking just fine. The weakest one being Cricket, but he's plenty safe here on this sneaky little plane spot right here, and Ponda doesn't have a good way of getting to him right now. Sherman's just going to try to go around and do it, but Gorlock is getting 2v1'd here, and Cricket not able to put in the most support, but that track shot was pretty big. LF needs to get the kill on Pagman and Jta though. Ding Dong will pick up Jta here. No, he misses the shot. Ding Dong cannot be missing these shots. Already missed several of them last game. Meanwhile, Ponda does get the pick up, and it is now a 500 hit point difference here. Ding Dong should be able to do something good against Pac-Man, though he does. Cricket's getting a 1v1 here against Sherman. Who's going to be able to get the kill here? Skips and Suoko. Suoko picks up Skips. Sherman may get the kill on Cricket, but no, the Ram does it. And LF take out Ponda 3-1. to move themselves back into Grands. Incredible stuff from Elevate here. Upsetting Ponda, a top 3 team from last season. And after they looked so good just this last set, Elevate just shook them up. That's a tough day for Ponda, y'all. That's a tough day. Unfortunately for Ponda, they do drop out of PYS 1. 3rd place for their group on the final day. And Elev having a shot at winning it now. They are going to be playing against Origin in the grand finals. That is absolutely huge. I didn't mean to switch to that one. I meant to switch to the Just Chat because I got my invite. I'm going to be setting that on up. But Origin Elevate, y'all. Another best of 5 between these teams. That is incredible. Congrats to Elev on a big victory there. And upset, as many would see it. But that's an interesting prediction there. Because 93% of people put their points on Ponda. 93%. That is tough. That is tough and a half. Wow. Anyway, the maps for this match are going to be Molendyke for 1 and 2, Lagoon for 3 and 4, and 5 will be Naval, if it comes to it. But Origin have been incredibly clean today. They haven't dropped a single game today. They 3-0'd Ponda, they 3-0'd Elevate before. Elevate does have momentum, though. They had a very nice set just now, as you saw, 3-1. But, yeah, that is some crazy stuff here. Ponda were just too soft. They got bled, and they never took initiative. That is exactly what happened. Akame also kind of got bled out in his Patton. And J-Tog. I guess J-Tog got bled out first, but that's tough. That is indeed tough. Anyway, we can show it now. Origin Elev, the rematch. And I gotta handle that prediction here in just a moment, but Molendyke is an interesting map. Is it being added back to the rotation? No, it's always been there. It's always been there. It is one of the newer maps in the game. Nice and symmetrical. Pretty much entirely. Like, there aren't a whole lot of big differences in the spawns, in my opinion. But looking at lineups here, T100 for Elevate, T62A for Origin. Oh, that might change. I'm not going to comment on the lineups yet. I'm still taking care of the prediction here. This made big. Let's go, Doma. Yeah, Pickle and Doma were the only 2 people who voted for Elev, so they each made like 6, 7, 8,000 points. That's insane. Oh, Lomo's here. Oh, Lomo, you could totally have taken care of it. Sorry. I didn't see that you were here. You weren't chatting until just now. My bad. Anyway, we can look at their lineups now because it looks like they're both locked in here. Tanner running the 62A and Origin running 395 E6s. Elev just had a great game against Ponda's 95s, so now they have a chance at playing against Origin's 95s. They could be 2 completely different levels, who knows. But 2 Chieftains and an IS-7 as well. Elev are rocking IS-7's Chiefs, a 60 and an STB, so their med's going to be an STB, not a T100. Both very strong meds, 330 alpha for both of them, actually. So they both hit around the same, which is a weird thing to think about, because the 62A used to be 310, and the STB was 350, but now they have identical alpha damage, which is very uncomfortable for me, personally. But that is how it is right now. But yeah, 20 seconds until it goes. Again, this is a best of 5. Winner of this set is guaranteed a spot in top 8. Guaranteed. They don't play any more Prove Your Skills. You're not going to see them anymore. Either Origin or Elev one of them is going to be done until, you know, 2 weeks almost. So it'll be nice for them to be able to relax. Unfortunately, though, they're not going to get the continued games to kind of keep up their momentum. Anyway, here's Molendyke. Yeah, as I was saying, one of these teams is done, but whoever wins, like, doesn't have any more tournaments to play for a while. So, like, on the pro side of things, they can relax, but on the con, they're not constantly getting those extra games into practice. They're gonna have to, like, set up scrims on their own time, which other teams will probably be a little bit busy for scrimming because they'll be, you know, playing their preview skills as opposed to all this. Unless you, like, scrim a team that got kicked out day one, in which case you're learning a little bit less, in my opinion, from playing those teams. Both meds from Elev and Origin are going to be playing on the same exact spot here. They're going for some tension there, some pre-aiming, but Tanner actually takes a hit from the other side, and looks like the IS-7s from Elevate are going to be spearheading directly into the A-cap, as are the 95E6s from Origin. We've already seen that Elev has been pretty good at bleeding out those kind of tanks. But 3 95E6s, 2 Chiefs, and IS-7 here from Origin. And yeah, Elev has already bled Origin quite a bit. Tanner's on half HP, Bubba's on half HP. Trim's taken 2 hits from the 62A, and that's it. Origin's just going right in. Interesting here. The Chieftain's going directly in. Tanner's just an immediate target here. Watachu going in up top, and then Zone going in down low. Watachu does get picked first, though. Cord and Mako turning around. They haven't overextension from Elevate. They had the advantage there, and then they just kind of threw the tank away to get the kill on Tanner, which is awkward for them. But Origin's going directly in. They've got the reactive on Tunnelicious here and Bubba, who are both the tanks that are taking most hits here from Origin. And now look at Core. He's able to rotate directly in with that 95E6's nice mobility. He's looking away. He's looking at Mormon right now. Could have gotten the kill on Gorlock. A little bit confusing to me. What is Core doing? I don't know. He should be able to get the kill here, though. Nope, instead Pew gets the kill on Ding Dong. Instead, Gorlock will survive a little bit longer. But we aren't seeing a big difference in hit points here. It is a 4v4. 4v3 now. Mormon G's down, and Cricket going to be soon to follow. Group having to aim a shot going in backwards. Both of these tanks missing each other. So some awkward focus fire going on here, but now Trim is a one-shot as well as Cricket. Origin still has plenty of hit points left in the game. They get the kill. They lose group. Mako picks up the kill instead, and now it's just 1 full health tank against 3. Zone completely missing that shot, which would have made Pew a 1-tap. And now he's going to have a nice long 15-second reload while he gets completely DPM'd by the remaining 3 tanks on the Origin team. This is going to be an Origin win. Despite the brawl being pretty close, I would say Elev definitely had a big advantage going into that, and they kind of threw it away a little bit because their med literally just YOLO'd over the hill to get the kill on Tanner and ended up throwing his whole tank away for it. Good recognition on Origin's part to be able to get a kill there. But then the mobility of the 95E6 allowed them to rotate back to the front of the push, and Elev were a little bit stuck there. And then leaving alone the 62B to the end was just great focus fire on Origin's part. You could see the fact that a full health tank was just sitting there at the end. Origin did not waste any shots on that tank. Very different lineup for game 2 here, though. Origin will run 3 Krons, 3 Chiefs, and an IS-7, so the standard meta tanks that they like to use here are in play. Elev running a 140. It's crazy to think that Elev, who just beat Ponda in a nice set, is already getting rolled by Origin. Well, I shouldn't say rolled, because that was a pretty close game, but you know, it just, like, the difference in skill between Origin and these other clans is just very impressive right now. They're not dropping games. $50B coming back out for Elev, though. They still use this tank. We saw it on Rockfield, and now we're seeing it here on Molendijk. It's an interesting tank. May not see it if he's not reading up. No, okay, it's a swap. But a VK72. Like, where do you play that tank if not town? This seems like it's like a town play, but I don't know if those are tanks I would put in town, like, other than the VK72. I mean, I guess the Chieftains can do everything with their reactive. And the 140 has DPM, but I don't know. I feel like when you're fighting in these lanes, it's really easy to just see a tank in the lane and completely destroy it, and that 140 wouldn't work very well there. So I don't know. And here we go. Game number 2. Origin is currently up 1-0. My camera being weird for a moment there. But yeah, Elev is going town. I mean, I suppose the Chieftains can work well there. IS-7s maybe for some covering ground, but not usually a tank that I would expect to see fighting in town. VK makes sense, though. And I guess the point of a Chieftain is to be a flexible tank that can go anywhere, similar with the IS-7. Plus, if you're running all like VKs and stuff, it would be a big telegraph of where you're going. And you want to run these more generic lineups anyway. But Origin are putting their 3 Chiefs right in the middle here. IS-7s and Krons into the town. Missing some shots on Pew. He does take 800 damage. And Origin's missing shots as well. Mormon G should be taking more damage here, but Group, instead of going for a shot, just reloading his clip. What's going on, though? Pew is getting absolutely decimated right now. What is going on with this individual? Origin is getting spotted going all the way around. Spalev just has town control right now, and they're bleeding Origin quite well. Cora taking hits now, trying to sneak his way in. Gorlock might have a shot as well. He's going to go down under, and Zone's just going to push forward. Cora missing several shots here, but I think Zone pulled way too far forward. Now he's just going to get shot in the side by Bubba and Pew, in addition to Cora. But look at Watachi farming the rear of Cora here. Interesting decisions that are being made here. I kind of like the 140 play, though. And Cora pushing all the way through. Zone missing the shot. That's not good. Group is kind of caught out, though. Mormon G not worrying about Group, though. He's going for Pew. A play I understand, but right now Elev is not doing particularly well in this corner here. Origin doing quite well. And even though Trim does pick up the kill, these Kronvons put in a lot of damage. Cricket will fall here. Mako's HE not rolling high enough, but right now it is a 7v5. Elev up 2,000 hit points and 2 tanks. And their tanks are staying alive. It's a 7v4 for just a moment. Tunnelicious is on 4. He goes down, but look at all these low hit point tanks. And Elev have just won in the town here simply. Core did finally get picked off by Elev, and now they're just cleaning up in the town. And Origin did win this corner for a long time, but they had too many other tanks outside of the town. Pew got blood incredibly early, and they put a lot of resources into protecting him. And Elev are going to tie things up 1-1. I was just talking about the difference that Origin had between them and these other teams, but Elev showing that they deserve a spot right with the best of them. They are playing incredibly well right now after just knocking out Ponda. They just committed to the town, focused on the tanks they needed to kill, and Origin were not able to get the kills, simply. Unfortunately, the Kronvons just kind of ran out of shells, and even though they did the top damage for the Origin team, you know, all 3 of the top damage tanks were Krons, they just didn't have the clips to keep it going. The DPM does make them struggle against something like the Chieftain that has just such good consistent fire, and the IS-7 it hits hard with the tungsten. So game 1 going to Elevate. Sorry, game 2 going to Elevate. You're going to be moving to our next map, which is Lagoon. And we're seeing another Leopard here. Origin running a Leopard. We just saw Ponda run one on their map, Ghost Factory. We're going to keep 3 Krons. They believe in the Kron here. They do indeed. 2 Chiefs and IS-7, you know, standard picks. Elev still taking their time to ready up. Origin's clearly very locked in with their tank picks, especially after losing a game. You're not messing around. Tanner's not messing around right now. Here we go. 30 seconds. Looks like Elev has made their picks. 2 KPZs. They're going back to the KPZs, y'all. 2 Chiefs, 2 IS7s, and a Kron to round things out. Very standard picks. But a Leopard versus 2 KPZs is the notable difference here. Anyway, we can go ahead and introduce Lagoon. And what I'm noticing in both of these games here between Origin and Elevate is just the fact that Elevate seems to be bleeding all of their opponents really early, which is good. The first game it didn't quite convert into a win because Origin was just able to rotate better. But game 2, Elev just had the bleeds on them so hard in the beginning. And with several of their Ponda games as well. Look at the KPZs, by the way, aggressively going into C. Not stopping for anything. There's nothing from Origin to stop them on that side of the map. Instead, they're committed heavily towards A. Even Tanner in the Leopard, not worrying about a spotting position. He's just going to snipe things out. Pew getting directly into the B cap here for Origin, and he spots Zone, but going to keep himself safe. But look at this early push here from Bubba directly into Zone. Shots aren't quite all going in, but even Pew sneaks a shot into Zone, and he's actually getting taken out quite quickly. Origin continue to play this very aggressively, and he's taking shots from across the map. Tunnels putting in some good ones. That's a big track as well. He's on 460. Pew using the tungsten to guarantee that kill, and that's a very early kill from Origin, and they're already 4,000 hit points up a minute into the game. I was just talking about how Ella was good at bleeding tanks. Oh my goodness. Pew gets deleted though. What the heck? Driving in the middle of the IS-7, 2 Chieftains, a KPZ. He got nuked himself, but Origin's still up around 2,000 hit points plus. They get a good push on Gorlock. He's going to go down immediately. Tunnel having that clip. Cora's going to have a shot as well. And yeah, big HE into Tunnel, where it does pick up the kill, but hit point diff is big. It's 2 tanks diff as well. Ding Dong gets killed by Mako and Group. Group still has plenty of shells in his thing as well. And Watachu, I don't even know what he's doing. He's just running away from the fight. He just does not want to play. He just doesn't want to play. Trim and Cricket are going to go down here, as all of Origin is right here, but we are seeing a man on the run here. He does get lit as well. Origin knows he's here, but like, what is the goal? What is the purpose, I suppose? Trim dies. There's 5 tanks on him. And what is Watachu doing? I don't know. Does it make a difference? I guess not really, but like, I don't know. It's a respect the 1v1 scenario, and both these guys just bounce off of each other, which is quite funny. The adrenaline gets loaded. Surprised Watachu isn't busting at the tungsten. Maybe it's already used, but and Tanner's bouncing shots. It doesn't make a difference though. Even Watachu's still bouncing shots. Max roll from Korra. And yeah, Tanner's just pushing him out, not letting him hide, and yeah, I don't really know what that was. He's just completely out of the fight, but I mean, Origin will take it. It's 2-1 lead, and they're 1 game away from a spot in top 8 for free. Elev could tie it up, though. They looked really good game 1 and 2. So I believe they can do it. Korra on top with 3.7. And game number 4 on Lagoon once again. Oh, I'm going to go back. I want to see what Watachu even did. Did he do anything that game? Yeah, he did damage. He just kind of was on full health just farming, I suppose, and then ran away again. Whatever. That's fair enough. He just was curious what was going on there. Anyway. 3 IS-7s for Elev, 2 Krons, a Chief, and STB. Meta picks from both sides here. 2 and 5Es instead of Chieftains, though, for Origin, so going for a little bit extra gun there. A little bit less flexibility. Granted, the 2 and 5E has speed boost, and the Chieftain doesn't, but the rear-mounted turret and the module damage that the 2 and 5E takes, in my opinion, makes it a little bit less flexible. Still a great tank, though. It's being used for no reason. Or it's not being used for no reason, I should say. This is way more tools than YT mod. Yeah, Shoto. Slash commands are very important. Also, mods, if people are messing around the chat, please take action, right? If people are doing that. Thank you. Anyway. LFR changing things up. We're seeing 2 VK72s now, 3 IS7s, and no STB anymore, so all heavies in this fight, but 3 VKs is an interesting fight from Elevate. They need to win this game, though. This is do or die for them. Origin has 1 game of flexibility, since they are in the lead right now. And again, Origin wins this. They are in top 8. They're done with all of the previous skill tournaments, which is quite funny. This is the second game on Lagoon. Spawns swap, and Origin is hard committing A once again. This time they won't have a Leopard or really any medium to kind of go for flexibility, but nor does Elevate. They're just rocking with lots of IS7s here, 2 on Origin, 3 on Elevate. And we're just going to see a big brawl here. Zone is kind of going a little bit out of the way. No, he's just going around the building. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, everyone's coming. VK72s being a little bit slow to this fight, though, could cause problems. They do hit nice and hard, though, which will be useful. But yeah, everyone's getting spotted out here. And Group taking some early bleeds, though. A little bit of an overextension, but look at Watachu now taking 1200 of his own. Elev is just full sending to the side, which is an interesting decision considering the 2 and 5Bs have reactive. And they do have better DPM than the IS7s as well, but Tunnel's taking lots of hits himself. The VK72's hitting super hard with their Tungsten, and Tunnel is actually the first tank to go down. Balba taking some big hits, as are Pew, but Watachu struggling here. Cora should pick up the kill. Trim is surrounded by 3 tanks. He will go down immediately. And Mormon G's kind of caught in an awkward situation here. Ding Dong goes down to Tanner. The hit points are in Elev's favor, but the tanks are definitely not. Cora does get lit on fire, though. That's big. He's ammo racked, and he does survive, but not going to be a super valuable tool for the team. Mormon G should be able to pick up the kill right here. He does so. It's a 5v4, but lots of low hit point tanks on the Origin team right now. Pew quite low. Mormon G's just going to go all the way in for the shot on Group. He's going to try to kite the best he can, though. Group is just kiting, and Mormon G full hit points is completely, like, away from the rest of the fight, though. Gorlock and Cricket are covering Bubba and Pew Pew double Pew, but right now it looks like Cricket's not concerned about getting this kill, and Pew might be able to farm in the middle here. They're going for Tanner, who's in the middle. Gorlock picking up Mako, though. He does fall, but Elev is up right now. The tanks are even, but they're up about 2,000 hit points. They should have the kill on Tanner. Mormon G instead looking for Pew. Hit this one, it's important. He does so. That's a kill. Cricket gets picked, though, but Mormon G is still full health. Kura is not a one-shot right now unless Bubba or Tanner roll high, but Tanner and Bubba are both one-shots for Kura. Mormon G should be able to win this 1v1. He does so, and now it is just a 2-shot or 1-shot Tanner, depending on the tank that shoots him first, versus lots of hit points, 3,000 hit points. All Tanner can do is reload his clip, and he will be able to clip Zone out for sure if it does come down to it, but he's just going to sit in A. Mormon G's going to drive forward. He's going to put his tank straight towards Tanner as to not get tracked and mess things up. Does turn a little bit there to put in the shot, but Tanner's unloaded his clip. Mormon G is going to be able to get this kill. He's looking to the side. Zone does get the kill, and Elev do bring Origin to a tiebreaker here. It is going to come down to a Game 5. And this has got to be very uncomfortable for Origin right now. They were expecting to sweep this and take a huge dub. But Elev is showing that, you know, they're fighting hard now. They just beat Ponda. They're not messing around today. They are not messing around at all. And it is going to come down to the tiebreaker on Naval Frontier, everyone. A nice symmetrical map, where Origin kind of got played pretty hard by Ponda on this map, and Elev just beat Ponda. So I really hope that Origin learned a thing or two from that set, because Elev is on a tear. They have the momentum, as was just said, so Origin cannot mess around. This is do or die. Winner gets into top 8 for free. Loser has to play another PYS at least. But the way that these teams are looking right now, you know, if Elev is getting this close to winning a PYS with Origin here, imagine if Origin somehow wins this, Elev is looking really good for the next PYS. And likewise for Origin, if they don't win it and Elev wins it, you know, those are two very competitive teams that will be removed from the pool of opponents to fight in the next PYS because they don't sign up for any of the other ones. Looking at lineup, so Elev is going back to the 50B. We'll see how it works on Naval. They're going to try to gimmick it on this one. 2 140s and a 50B. Origin running 2 140s themselves. Chieftains, 215B, IS-7s. No IS-7s for Elev. The tank that they've been running almost as much, if not more, than the Chieftains. Not a single one as of right now. We'll see. 10 seconds left. We've got to introduce Naval Frontier. They do pick an IS-7. All right. But this is it, y'all. Game number 5 on Naval. And here is game 5. Origin Elevate. Origin heavily committing towards the A side. Elev seems to be doing similar. Their meds are a little bit more split up. I didn't see that 62 that they're running. But Origin going for some quick blind fires into the tank in the middle there, but not hitting Ding Dong. Trim's going for a very quick B play though. Chieftains and IS-7 are as well, immediately driving through the B base. Origin is completely spotted in A. And there is Tanner spotted here. He does take a hit, but he's going to run himself away. And Cricket's actually getting bled out a little bit here as he moves forward. But look at Origin. They're immediately rotating back to help Tanner out here. And Elev doesn't have a whole lot of shots to help out. Tunnel did take a little bit himself as he's getting out of the situation as well. Both of the 140s from Origin were a little bit in trouble, but no Origin. They've kind of split themselves up a little bit. Korra and Bubba, although they do have nice control over the middle, could get pushed out by Zone and Mormon, who do have big clips. And they're coming right on in. You can see they are both spotted, and Korra could be in for a world of hurt right now. Korra is too busy tunneling otherwise, and uh-oh, he's in trouble. He's driving forward to try to put in a shot, but this is a big misplay here from Korra. He was not paying attention. However, Tanner is here to help back up, though that DPM is going to be absolutely massive, especially once the clip empties out from Zone, and Zone does miss. Mormon's going to have to hit both of these shots to get the kill on Korra, who backs up, but no, he does get the kill. Bubba not going to worry about dropping in onto Zone, though. Trim going down on the other side of the map. No, he does get picked from Pew Pew Double Pew. Brick at the Hive Wing now having problems in the middle, but Pew could get killed as well. Ding Dong does get that pick. Mako gonna look for Cricket, who's gonna try to hide behind B. Will he get there? Mormonji gets killed. Down goes Cricket to group, and things are starting to look really good here for Origin. It's a 5v3, even though Itachi will win the 1v1 against Tunnel. A little bit disconnected from the rest of the fight. Mako going to be the low hit point tank here for Origin, but he's not in huge trouble right now. Ding Dong going to come in from behind, and of course that is a high DPM tank, but he does have support from Bubba right now. Bubba's going to be able to put in some shots, as is Tanner here. And yeah, Ding Dong has to back himself out of here. Will he be able to get this kill? Mako not even going to peek forward to go for the kill. No, he is going to try to sneak in that shot. No, that's not worth it, though. Group is being 2v1. Ding Dong just needs to try to get himself out of there, but he's not able to do it. Mako does get the kill. It's a 4v2. Witachi should be able to pick up group here. Does so. 3v2. The cap points are 700 in favor, but look at the kill from Witachi. It's now a 2v2. 2300 versus 1900 hit points. The pick does occur. It's Tanner and Bubba versus Gorlock and Witachi. Winner makes it into top 8. Bubba has a good shot on Witachi, but he misses it, allowing Witachi to take the hit point lead nearly for Elev here, and it's 800 points for Elev. Things are looking so good for them. Bubba has to make some sort of play, but as soon as he does, now here's Gorlock right on top. Tanner has to sit in the B base. He doesn't have much time. And Witachi gonna try to go for Bubba. What is Gorlock doing? Gorlock is stopping the base. He needs to help Witachi. What is going on here? This is a toss from Elevate. What is going on? Bubba's going to win this 1v1, and Gorlock not helping out at all. Elev, who was looking so good in the last minutes here. Now Gorlock's going to find himself in a 1 versus 2 scenario. Bubba does get the kill. What is the play from Gorlock here? He's going to try to go for the kill onto Tanner, but Bubba gonna try to line in that last shot. No, Tanner's gonna reload. Bubba gets it, and Origin win last second. Oh my goodness. Origin takes it 3-2. That could have been such a big win for Elevate. But throwing the advantage that they had the caps, they had a crossfire on Bubba, but they ignored the crossfire completely. Tanner was stuck out, but they worried about him instead. And Origin is going to move on despite nearly losing that game. That is incredible. Well done to Origin for clutching that, but I almost feel like that's more of a throw on Elev's part, specifically Gorlock. But at the end of the day, can't change it now. All you can do is look forward to the next ones. But that, I feel for Elev, man. They were playing so well today. They beat Ponda, brought Origin to a tiebreaker, had an advantage in the remaining minute of the game. But well done to Origin. Congrats on making top 8 already. Going to go ahead really quickly and look at the other scoreboard, as it looks like previous skill 1 is over. And the winner of this group is Leverage. Leverage, despite losing very early on to Gosu, fought their way back through losers. Tiebreaker with Reggie. Gosu ended up 3-0ing them again, and then beating Joker 3-1. Joker team not looking too hot, losing to Leverage like that, despite looking really good, looks like at the beginning of third stage, beating Reggie and Gosu handily. But congrats to Leverage on making it. So we're going to be seeing Joker fight again. We almost saw the number 1 and 2 teams both get upset. That would have been incredible. Number 2 team does get upset, though. That is big. So, yeah. What a great day. I'm going to have to watch that back on Robert's stream. GG's. Oof. Well, yeah, that's that, I suppose. Prove Your Skill number 1 is now over. PYS 2 starts on Saturday, so Thursday and Friday are off, but I will have to miss the first day of Prove Your Skill 2. Saturday, I'm not going to be here to stream. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be out of town. I will be back for Sunday, but on Saturday, PYS 2 day 1, I do not have a link set up for it. I will not be streaming it. I don't think anyone will be streaming it, unfortunately, so will be missed there. But yeah, that's about it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get the raid started, y'all. So if you're on Twitch, go ahead and join the raid right now. And if you are just, I suppose, here for the next day, well, I will catch y'all on Sunday. Not Saturday. I will not be here Sunday. But that will be PYS number 2, day 2. Get on Sunday. Y'all have a good one. It's been great to have you in here. Hope to catch y'all in the next one. Again, I do ping on my Discord. Again, I have to plug my Discord. We're almost at 1,000 people, and I can apply for Discord Discovery. So please join the Discord if you haven't already. !Discord, or it's in the description. And yeah, that's about it for me. So yeah, as always, stay safe. Happy tanking.